Hey guys, what's up? It is Preach as always. So, Modern Warfare 2 is coming to a close, and I've only got a couple more videos that I'm even going to put out for Modern Warfare 2. We've got the beta coming up today. When you guys see this video, the beta will be live, and I will be playing it and recording footage to talk about my thoughts in that. But today we're going to talk about my overall thoughts about Modern Warfare 2, what I thought about the game while you watch some recent gameplay footage from this week in the video in the background. So if you like this video, you know what to do. Smash that thumbs up button, subscribe if you're new here, and turn the bell notifications on if you want to know every time I post a new video. So let's jump into my thoughts on Modern Warfare 2. And we're going to start really simple. Did I think it was a good Call of Duty game? And the answer to that for me is no. No, I do not think it was a good Call of Duty game. If you notice, I spent 9 months away from that. Now, a lot of that was because I was getting married. But part of that was also because I just wasn't enjoying the game very much. And I needed a break from it, needed to come back. And I enjoyed it when I first came back. But again, the same old problems started to arise. So since I don't think it was a very good game, what are my reasons why? So let's start with pacing. The pacing of the game was incredibly slow. And that was intentional by Infinity Ward. They wanted to create this Sentinel play style that they designed for this game, where basically they encourage you to camp, not move, and listen for audio cues, pre-aim, and they really punished movement. They said that they didn't want to punish players for firing their weapon by putting red dots on the minimap. You know, that has been in literally every other COD except for their last two. So it's like Infinity Ward is maybe the most tone-deaf studio of them all. And it's really sad. It's not the same people that were there back when COD 4 and MW2, the original ones, came out. It's not the same people. But still, it's the same studio, and I wish they still made good games. But the fact is they just don't. So the pacing was a problem because of the movement speed that they allowed, the strafing speed that they allowed, but also the things that they punished. They punished you for jumping. You know, you couldn't really aim very well jumping. They punished you for sliding. You couldn't, cancel your slide and begin to aim and fire while sliding and all of those things. You couldn't do it. You were sliding. You were just stuck there. So they really punished moving in a big way. Now, there were ways around it you had to adapt and overcome, and you could figure out ways to move. But for the most part, this became a much more pre-aimy game than Call of Duty has ever been. And I know some of you out there really like realistic games, and it is a lot more realistic to do something like that, but that's not what Call of Duty really is, and there are games that exist for that purpose. Rainbow Six Siege being the number one. Like, if you really want to play tactical shooter, play that. There's actual mill sims out there. Play those games, but they made it to where you couldn't move and outmaneuver players. And they mixed that with a fast time to kill. And what that does is it really makes it to where you are never going to, quote, outplay someone who potentially is shooting you first. The person shooting first is getting the kill almost every time in this game. Now, there are scenarios. I've outplayed people a couple times. I've been outplayed a couple times. So it does happen. But for the most part, in this game, you don't outplay people. If you get the first shot off, you get the kill. Now, the exception to that rule is if you get the first shot off sniping, you're pretty much always going to get the kill as long as you hit the shot in every Call of Duty ever. And if you miss the first shot while sniping, you're pretty much always going to die in every Call of Duty ever. So that is kind of the caveat there, is if you're using a one-shot weapon that is a bolt action, a slower one-shot kill weapon like a sniper rifle, you hit your shot, you're great. You miss your shot, you're dead. That's just all there is to it. Shotguns are a different story. Shotguns shoot so fast in a lot of them that you can miss that first shot, still get the second one off before they get bullets in you. So it really all depends on the scenario with the guns, but with your normal guns, your ARs, your submachine guns, your battle rifles, things like that, if you're shooting first, you're winning the gunfight 99% of the time in this game. And I know on the surface that sounds like it makes sense, but it's not necessarily a fun way for Call of Duty to be designed. I can't speak, excuse me. To me, it's a lot more fun if you're given the opportunity to maneuver, strafe, get behind cover, duck back, and pop back out and really outplay a player in a situation because of your skill being higher. You should be able to do that. But that is not to say that you shouldn't be able to have map awareness and try to get the first shot as well. First shot should always be an advantage, and it is. It's even going to be an advantage with a longer time to kill like we have in MW3. But a longer time to kill does give a more talented player a chance to outplay someone in this scenario and win the gunfight. And something that I think that is going to provide is I think it's going to be more entertaining to watch as well, because your favorite creators, or if you watch professional Call of Duty, you're going to watch players really outplay people more often in MW3 coming up with this slower time to kill. So that's something to be excited about in the coming game. It's something that wasn't great in this game. And then, no normal red dots on the minimap was a problem for me in MW2. I absolutely have hated that this entire year. And then the biggest thing was that Dead Silence was a field upgrade, not a standard perk. And you only got your standard perks as you progressed throughout the match. They were in tiers and you got them during the game. But Dead Silence was something that if you were using trophy system, you're using things like that, you could not use Dead Silence. And it was really, really disappointing. I didn't like that at all, because the amount of times I would get killed and be like, how did that guy know? And then I watch kill cam and he's sitting dead still staring at a wall. And then in kill cam, you hear my footsteps going down the hallway, and then they show up and kill you because they heard your footsteps. They pre-aim, they know you're coming. And I'm not saying that you should eliminate footstep audio from the game, but you should give me the option, just like they're going to have in MW3. You should give me the option, if I really want to hear footsteps, to wear the headset that amplifies them. And if I don't want my footsteps heard, to wear the shoes that deaden the sound. And I'm excited about that being a thing. Ninja and awareness are perks that have existed in the past that represent those two things. And I am glad that those things are coming back, and they were really significantly apparent that they were missing in Modern Warfare 2. Along with that, most of the maps were okay in MW2. They weren't horrid, but they weren't great either. Maps is a kind of a 50-50 thing. I don't think any of them were memorable. I don't know that we're going to be, 5 years from now, give me that map back from MW. No one's going to be like, I want Zarqwa Hydroelectric back in MW2. It's not going to be happening. So that's where I'm at on the maps. Overall, this was not a very good Call of Duty. I'm excited about MW3. I'm excited about X-Defiant. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed this video. Let me know what you think in the comments below. You are free to agree, disagree, be indifferent. Don't hurt my feelings either way, but I do want to know what you think. Let me know in the comments, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Reach out.